Hey everyone, this is Harry from Hasper TV back with another match review video. Sorry to delay. Yesterday was quite mad off the game, but anyway, let's get into it. Tottenham 2, Wolves 2. Unfortunately, I have to talk about this. So the starting lineup it meant that Porro came back in. So we had Porro, Udogie, Dragusin must have been past fit because he played with Gray, and obviously Forster was in goal. The midfield was Bissouma, Bentancur, Kulusevski. Some may point to the fact that maybe it was a bit more reserved compared to, previous games when he's kind of gone with Bissouma, Sarr. Maddison was on the bench, of course. Sonny on the left, Solanke in the middle, and Johnson on the right, which is kind of his preferred three. So let's get into it. Well, Wolves took the lead through a set piece in the first half. Again, I keep saying that everyone kept saying that set pieces weren't an issue. Well, we just conceded another one. Obviously, Spurs managed to get back into it. Johnson scored his customary goal. Apart from that, did nothing. But Wolves equalised because, of course, we let them back in the game. It was 2-2. Now, this video isn't really on much on the match reaction in the sense that I'm kind of just fed up with Ange. In the end, had to bring on Reguilon as well. I thought I'd just note that quickly. I thought Reguilon did all right. It makes me think why I didn't give him Reguilon an earlier chance, even last season or this season, because it was clear that, he wasn't a bad backup. I'm not saying he's the answer, by the way, but we probably need to be playing him a bit more because of the amount of running Udogie and Porro do. Spence was suspended, so he wasn't on the bench. But substitutions included someone like Werner coming on, who was diabolical again. Probably one of the worst players we have at the club. How we gave him another year, I do not know. But yeah, just another shit show, really. Ange, again, doing nothing, really. He changed a few players. Maddison came on late in the game, didn't do much. But in his defence, again, the system doesn't really suit him. Porro, again, he was all right, I guess. Udogie was a bit poor. Dragusin and Gray can't do much. But Gray, to his credit, has actually done all right at centre-back. But we're just a mess, really. Drawing 2-2 with Wolves, I think it's a reflection of where the team as, or the club, or the squad, or whatever you want to list it, is really at. Because Wolves are like third or fourth from bottom. And if it carries on like this, we're probably going to be there pretty soon ourselves, because we're only really, 8 points off the drop of the bottom three, I think, 8 points. And we just don't look like we're going to win a game. Bear in mind, guys, the next home game is home to Newcastle, who we don't tend to do well against either. So I'm not confident with that. I just want a new manager in the new year. That would literally make my day. But come on, guys. It's just, this is one of the most dreadful football I've seen in about 20, 30 years at Spurs. I mean, I've been going since the late 90s. My first game was probably like 98, 97. I was about 5 then. But I remember we had some dross players like Tarico, Ben Thatcher, Chris Berry, Casey Keller in goal. But this lot, they're obviously better quality-wise than them. But we're playing the same sort of level, really. The team is a mess. Bentancur got suspended again, so he's missing the next game. But he was probably one of our only bright sparks of the game, I thought. And it wasn't many. Front line, Solanke would run his socks off, but again, I think he only had like 1 or 2 chances. Solly missed his penalty. Let's talk about Solly very quickly. Yeah, it's getting a bit fed up talking about Tottenham. But I had a feeling he would miss the penalty. I didn't even think it was a penalty. I actually thought Johnson ran into the Wolves player. I can't remember who it was. So I had my doubts whether that was a penalty or not. I didn't change to check it with VAR, but it didn't seem like it to me. So in a sense, you could argue justice was served in that case. But again, another poor performance, and Ange needs to go.